Hey, Loren Norris here with Tell It Like It Is TV, and we are still at the Global Media Summit. I have run into another brand new friend, Denise Kelly, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what her ministry is doing because they are doing a lot. And you guys have launched a school, is that right? Are you part of that whole thing?
I'm not exactly a part of that whole thing. We're all from Savannah.
Okay.
And the local network of swimmer is that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So that's what the connection is. Because I keep seeing all these Savannah people. I'm like, why are y'all all together like that?
Yeah, that's the connection.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit then about real life with Denise.
Real life with Denise was born because of me writing a new book.
Okay.
And the new book is called God Loaned Me an Angel. That book was written after I lost my husband to stomach cancer.
Wow.
And he was diagnosed August 22nd, 2011. He passed away October 22nd, 2011.
Wow.
So it was a diagnosed
very short time.
Very short time. And it's a rare cancer that he had. So in his memory, I've established a foundation, and that's the Winston H. Kelly Memorial Foundation. And the purpose of the foundation is to give people information, raise awareness, raise funds, and be able to assist families that are stricken with this silent killer.
Wow.
Stomach cancer is a disease that we don't hear very much about, but stomach cancer is number 3 death related.
Wow.
Yes. So that's why I've become.
Is that because so many people hide it and it becomes fatal so quickly?
Absolutely. Stomach cancer, I've found in my research, can lay dormant for over 15 years.
Wow.
Winston was a guy that had his exams. He went to his yearly doctor visit. He exercised. He wasn't a person that ate salty foods or added salt to foods. And some of those things are what they said causes stomach cancer. He was the exact opposite of everything that was said to have been the reason. But once he was diagnosed, he didn't live long, and it was already stage 4 when they found it.
Wow.
So I have now become, and the foundation has become, the voice for stomach cancer, because I'm finding now more and more people daily. Even in the year 2016, I think it was like 8 people that have had stomach cancer, and 5 of the 8 passed away within that year.
Which is devastating to a family.
Very much so.
Because nobody's really ready for that, especially
Absolutely
when you only
not.
have 4 months.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
I remember when he was diagnosed, he was at school, left school for an exam, and from that exam and testing, they admitted him to the hospital in full renal failure.
Wow.
Had no clue. So from that point, the diagnosis came, and once the diagnosis came, they wanted to do a progressive chemotherapy, so they started that. They were going to do the removal of the stomach and attach it to the small intestine, but when the surgeon went in, it was like someone had taken a salt shaker and shaken salt in his abdomen.
Wow.
There's no way to live without the abdomen, so there was really nothing at
left.
that point that they could do. But he fought a great fight. He was not sick. Those 2 months that we spent believing and trusting God for the healing, in my prayer and quiet time, I've come to learn that healing does not always mean on this side. So he received his healing, but he received it and went to rest. So the foundation talks about that. We're trying to assist families because he was a person that went to work and that was his last day of work. You've still got bills to pay.
Yeah.
And what do you do now?
The guy at the bank looking for your mortgages and asking where's
Absolutely.
your husband to put the paycheck in.
Absolutely. So that does not happen anymore. So now you've got these families that have got to deal with the cancer, deal with that diagnosis, and all of the medical things that come after that. But through this and on this journey, God Loaned Me an Angel became the book, and it became real because the grief journey is real. And there are not a lot of people that you can really talk to about grief,
Right.
because no one really understands your grief, because your grief is specific to you. People die, and we learn how to say die because that's what it is. While there's no comparison because each death is different, my journey is different from someone else's journey. But I'm able now to be a shoulder that a widow or widower could cry on.
To be genuinely empathetic. To truly
Absolutely.
understand. So
Absolutely.
What kind of things do you see in the impact of, for an example, sons that are left behind when fathers leave, or daughters that are left behind when mothers leave? How do you minister to them? Where's God in that picture in their life?
Their devastation raises my compassion. that child, be it an adult or a small child, needs someone that will be a heart with ears and not have a voice. We need to learn to listen, and that's what I become. I become the listener with the child, the listener with the spouse, be it the husband or the wife. You become that listener, and they gain a voice, because most of the time we do feel voiceless.
Right.
No one is hearing me. No one understands. No one can relate. But I've become that person now, I feel, that can relate. I can't tell you I understand your feeling, because you don't understand your feeling.
Right. You can't really tell me what they are,
You
so
can't.
I would be lying if I said I get
Absolutely.
it.
And that's what people have a problem with. We've gotten so used to the cliches. Oh, God knows best. He only picks the best. We don't want to hear that at that
Right.
particular moment. We love God. We know God. But I went through a period, I was so mad with God, I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't want to talk to him about anything. But God made me, so he knows all about me. So in my journey, God kept me even through that storm, and it was like a tsunami, and I was out of control in anger, but it was a quiet anger. As I worked through that process and late at night writing, because no one again understood. I had my family to support me, but they didn't know what to do for me. I didn't know what to do for me. So in my book, that's what I speak about. Just be that voice, be that ear, and be that heart, and not a mouth, because you don't want to hear the comparison. Oh, well, I can tell you when my grandmother, this is not about your grandmother.
Yeah.
This is about
I'm broken.
whoever.
Yeah,
I'm broken.
Let me
Listen
be
to
broken.
me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is what the book speaks about. I've gone on as far as to become certified in grief recovery, and
Very
we do
nice.
an 8-week session, single sessions, and we do group sessions to try to help
Now, is
people
this
get through that
only
grief
through
process.
the church? Are you training people inside and outside the church?
I will train people inside and outside of the church,
So do you know
because
Carol
people are
Ladd?
everywhere. I've met Carol. I
Okay.
met her this weekend. This
Very
weekend
good.
has been phenomenal.
So you like Global Media
Oh
Summit?
my gosh.
How
And
long have you been a member of SWIMA?
oh, since February.
So you kind of jumped in with both feet.
I did. I really did. I was up writing, and it was like 2 a.m. And I said, okay, God, I've finished the chapter. Now, I have to get myself connected with like-minded people in
Yes.
order to do what you're telling me I need to do.
So I'm going to ask you just to take a moment and say right into the camera, if Sue Ellen Roberts were standing right there, who God gave the vision to say there are so many women in media who are competitive and they're backbiting and they're fighting and they're not supporting each other, but it's time that they come together. How
Absolutely.
would you address Sue Ellen right now if you had a chance to say, I'm here at Global Media Summit. I've only been a part of SWIMA even for less than 6 months.
Right.
And so, go.
I have come in, I've jumped in. The doors have been open, and I'm running through whatever I can do, whatever vessel I can be to someone who's in need, to help Sue Ellen, to assist. There are so many people that are in media that we're like this. Each ministry is different, but each ministry can complement each other. And that's my goal, just to reach the masses. Whoever I'm able to assist, help, rise to the top, that's what I want to do. I don't want to be selfish on this journey. I want other people to come aboard. I mean, I've come in here this weekend, and this has been a phenomenal, phenomenal weekend. When I looked at SWIMA at 2 a.m., I thought it was unreal, really, because the connections were Knoxville and Dallas, and I'm in Savannah, Georgia. I'm like, how am I going to get connected with these people? But I went on Eventbrite, checking on an event I was supposed to be doing, and SWIMA local network Savannah popped up. I turned the computer off. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Somebody's spooking me.
Somebody's spooking me. I turned it back on, and there it was. I said, God, I hear you. Here am I. I will go, and I'll go by myself. I'm here to serve, and I want to serve and serve in a positive way. I don't want my journey through grief to allow me to get stuck, and that's what I tell people. Come out of the grief journey. Time makes it bearable. It does not heal it. It makes it bearable. And that's what I'm telling folks now. And I just want to be just a positive influence on everyone that I possibly can be, because if God can bring me out, he can bring them out.
And would you say then for anyone who's in a ministry, even if they're just starting or if they've been around for a long, long time, I mean, this weekend we've seen Phil Cook, and we've seen people who are brand new in ministry, they haven't even written their first book yet, and they're going, I think I'm in the right place.
Yes.
I think I'm moving in the right
We're
direction.
in the right place at the right time.
Amen.
This weekend has been awesome.
So if you don't have your tickets for your local swim event or for next year's GMS, you need to get online right now, gmssummit.com, and go find your tickets for next year, or at least get yourself on the mailing list so you'll know when it's coming. And maybe next year I'll see you and we'll do this right here.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much
Thank
for your
you
time,
so
Denise.
much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Look out for the book. Now, how can they reach out to you?
They can reach out to me, my website, DenisePoloteKelly.com or DPK.com. It talks about our grief recovery there. The book, God Loaned Me an Angel, and we're doing different things, the grief recovery, the health and wellness, all of that comes up under the total body and the healing, and it's real life with Denise.
Very nice. I am Loren Norris, and you've been watching Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.